Hello everyone, so welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm doing a look with the newest palette from ABH, the Cosmos palette. I saw the promos for this. I signed up to be notified when I was going to be able to have early access through email. I just could not wait to get my hands on it. It looks so beautiful. The pictures, if you check out their Instagram, you will see the photos, swatches. I'm sure there's tons of looks at this point with this palette already out there on YouTube, but I could not wait to get my hands on it. It looks prettier in person. If you're kind of wondering about these colors and what you see online, it's prettier, much, much prettier, hands down in person. And I just could not believe when I was swatching these colors, playing with these shades, and I created a look today that I am going to kind of talk you through what I'm wearing. I kind of chose to go the pinky kind of purple route with the colors, and then an unexpected little pop of a dual chrome that has a bit of a greenish tone in the inner corner, which I think is different because I normally wouldn't pair green with pink and purples and some warm tans, but somehow it just all comes together and it looks so beautiful on the eyes. And like I said, in person, you have to experience these colors. Just seeing them in the pan or swatches, it really doesn't do justice for these colors. The shift, the way that light captures these colors, you have to be able to see that in person to really appreciate what this palette is like. And I so far have not had any issues with blending or application with these colors, and I'm excited to do more looks. So I will be doing more tutorials. But for now, I'm going to talk you through this look that I'm wearing, and I'm also going to share with you towards the end of the video everything that I use. I'm going to talk you through my entire face routine and show you the products that I use. Even though I won't be showing the tutorial for those products, I will tell you what they are, and they'll be listed for you in the description box. So if you're interested in seeing this look right here, then just keep watching. So I'm going to start off with the shade called Space Dust, which is the lightest in the matte section, and it is a perfect transition shade to start off mapping out the crease. And I'm going to just take a little bit of that with a big fluffy brush. And it doesn't have to be super precise and careful for this step, just because it's going to sort of start creating the shape and creating some dimension to my eyes. So I'm going to start right on this outer part, and I'm going to apply that just to my natural crease. I like to tilt my head back a bit so I can really see the natural crease that I have in my eye. And just going back and forth, windshield wiper motions. And then I like to look forward to make sure that I have it so that when I'm looking straight ahead, I can see some of that kind of creeping above my actual crease. So I'm going to just build this up just a little bit. And I'm using a BK Beauty 212 brush for this step. And it builds up quite nicely. And it adds a lot of color, but also dimension and warmth to the eye. And that's going to be pretty much the only transitional shade. I'm going to use some of the other ones to sort of deepen up my outer V, but this is going to be like my main crease color. So I am going to layer it just a bit. And I'm going to take that same Space Dust color and use that for my lower lash line. And you can use a pencil brush, a detail brush. I'm going to be using a Rephr 26 brush, which is like a pencil brush but larger. You can also use a Rephr number 3, which is really, really tiny. Let's see, what other brush could you use? A BK Beauty 204 brush. That's kind of like a smudgy brush. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to start with this one first, the 26 from Rephr. And I'm going to apply Space Dust right on the outer part of the eye. And I'm going to just blend that towards the inner corner. I'm going to start adding some more definition and some depth to the eye on the lower lash line. So I'm going to switch to the BK Beauty 204. It's the smudge brush. It's more controlled and more precise, which is why I'm switching to something smaller. And I'm going to add a little bit of Eclipse, which is a matte shade, and it's also the plummy tone in the palette. I'm going to start with that one first, tapping off the excess, and I'm going to apply the majority of that to the outer part of my eye. And that just really looks like a rich purple plum shade. Really, really nice. And I'm going to taper that just lightly towards the inner corner with the majority of the product on the outer part of the eye so that it's not too dark as we move closer to the inner corner, because it will close off the eye if you do it too thick and too dark in the inner part. So you want the thickness and the depth right out here And then you can wipe off your brush on a napkin, paper towel, and then kind of blend that edge right here so that it's kind of more seamless and not so thick in the inner part. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Then I'm gonna go back into that Refer 26 brush that I used earlier with whatever's left. And I'm gonna go underneath that purple and just kind of soften the edge just a little bit so it's not as thick. I want it to be more of like a buffed out, smoked out lower lash line. So I'm gonna kind of blend the edges and kind of pull it down just a little bit. That's my personal preference. If you don't like it as thick or smoky, you can definitely do it just thinner and closer to the lash line. Okay, so I'm gonna leave my lower lash line as is for now until I add what I want on the lid, and then we'll kind of assess and see if we need to add some more. So for the main lid shade, I am gonna go in with that Supernova color. When I look at it, it looks pink, it looks lilac. There's just such a beautiful, oh man, you have to see this in person. Like showing it to you here, yeah, it's pretty and beautiful, but in person, it's just, it's magical. It's pink, it's got some like lavender. I don't know, it's just really, really special. So I'm gonna take that onto my finger and I'm going to apply that all over my lid. Oh, yes. Love it. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, pure magic. I really have nothing in my collection that looks like this. So here's some of the other colors. Like, what? See that blue? This is the Super Cluster, which looks like a blue, but then it looks kind of green. This one here is the Quasar. I think that's how you pronounce that. It looks like a yellowy lime green, but it has that shift. Oh, this one here is Orion. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then this one is called Sun. And it's like a peachy, pinky, goldeny shift. So pretty. I'm gonna go in with the 210 and I'm just gonna try and see what happens. I'm gonna take this shade here. This one is called Quasar. And like I said, it looks like a lime green with a little bit of like a bluish shift, but there's a little bit of pink in there. There's definitely some multicolors in that one. I'm gonna take that into the inner part of my eye. And I'm also going to take a little bit of that same Quasar color with the same brush, and I'm going to use that as my inner corner. Now that I have those colors on my lids and inner corner, I do want to add some depth to the outer part of my eye, just a little bit to kind of bring everything together and create a more balanced look. Eclipse, the same one that I have on my lower lash line. And I'm going to use that on a flat eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to press that right over the top of that color on the outer part of the eye. And I'm going to just kind of wedge that right in here. Just want a little bit of smokiness right on this outer part. And I really do feel like it makes a huge difference by just adding a little bit of depth. And here we are with the finished eye look. So what I did was I took a little bit of the Dark Matter shade, which is the deepest shade in the matte colors, and I used that for a little bit of eyeliner, and I didn't want to do anything too dramatic with the liner, nothing too thick, because I don't want to take away from the beauty of these colors. And the cool thing is that as I was applying that dark eyeshadow with an angled brush, it was sort of mixing in with some of that duochrome, so it looks a little bit different. Just because it's laying over top of the Supernova eyeshadow, but I think it came out really pretty, the overall look, and just that sort of duochrome look to the eye, and I really like it. And then I just did lots of mascara, and that's it. It wasn't very difficult to do, and I feel like there is just such beautiful kind of colors coming from this, and it's so much prettier in person. You just have to trust me on it, because the camera and photos just don't do these colors justice whatsoever. You have to see them in person to really get the full experience. I think it's really pretty. But for the rest of my face, since everything is already complete, I will talk you through the products that I'm wearing today. I started off for my complexion base products, the Supergroup Glow Screen. I have this small one from a travel kit, and I really do like this. SPF 40, it gives a nice pretty glow to the skin. Then I took the Huda Glowish Blur Jam and used that where I have larger pores, kind of to the T-zone. Then for foundation, I'm wearing Hourglass. This is the Soft Glow Foundation in the shade 2.5, which is my normal color, even though I have some color on my arms and I have a crazy farmer's tan. I don't need to show you that. But I did add quite a bit of bronzer to make that color work, and I'll show you that in a moment. Concealer today is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter in 2.5G, which is a bit more on the darker side for me and a little bit more golden. And I mixed it with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in Alabaster, which again, this is my normal color before tan. And so this Huda helps kind of balance things out and not make it so white looking under the eye. These two together though are such a beautiful combination under the eye. It's flawless. I did set my eyes with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake and the E.l.f. I forget what this is called. Is it the Halo Glow Puff Sponge? Whatever the sponge is from E.l.f., I use that with the Huda to set my under eye concealer. For contour, I use the Milk Sculpt Stick in the shade called Toasted. Then for some bronze, I mixed this bronzer. This is the E.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty one. It's a contour, but the light medium shade is actually very warm for fair skin, so I use it as bronzer. And I kind of set that a little bit with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer. I can't even talk today. For blush, my Armani 51. Love this. I can't get enough of this blush. I layer it on so much, but it looks so pretty and natural, and it's just like that natural flush. Did it on like my normal areas for blush, and then I took it over the nose to give me that kind of sunburnt look, and I really love it, and it's a beautiful formula, beautiful finish. Then highlighter, it's the cream highlighter in the shade Opalescent from Rose Inc. And I love this cream highlighter. It's one of my favorites, most used cream highlighters. It's beautiful. It's that icy pink on their cheek and in the high points of the face. Yes, I took it all over the place because I love highlight. Then the lip combo for today. Throughout the video, I was wearing the Bare Glow Moisture Plumping Lip Serum from Makeup by Mario, so I left that on. I didn't take it off. And then I did some lip liner. This is the Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut. I lined and sort of defined the edges of my lip, and then I added a bit of a sort of baby pink kind of milky color to this lip combination to kind of make it a little less dark, because I felt like it was just too dark with this eye look. So I took the Ulta Beauty Tinted Lip Oil in the shade called Baby Pink, and it is pretty pigmented for being a lip oil. It is this sort of milky pink shade, and I took that and applied it right over the top just to kind of bring down that depth and that kind of brown tone from the Wherever Walnut lip liner. Okay, and that's it. Those are all the products. That is the full face look today. I love the way everything turned out. The eyes are so pretty, and I'm looking forward to the next look that I create with this palette, so stay tuned for that. The description box, if you expand that, will have everything listed in the order that I applied them. I will also list my shade ranges in these products in case that is helpful for you, and everything just looks so good. So all these products are just an A+, 10 out of 10 for me, and I would definitely recommend that you try them out. Let me know what you think in the comment section of this look. Did you get this palette? Have you used it? Are you eyeing it? Do you want some more looks? Let me know. Let's chat about it. Let's just talk in the comment section. I always love hearing from you guys. You guys are the best, and the feedback that I get from you guys is incredible. So I appreciate you so much for spending some of your day here with me. Subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and you can also chat with me on Instagram. I post there from time to time, and it's on the screen, so I hope to see you there. Take care, and I'll catch you in my next video.